and Taiwan. Now, we all know the morally right thing that should happen between China and Taiwan. Taiwan should be a completely separate country and should in no way be influenced by the Chinese government. In Taiwan, we have a, relatively capitalistic country, although they do have their own share of pointless welfare programs, but you have a relatively capitalistic country, and in China you have a barbaric, human rights violating, despotic, hellish, tyrannical dictatorship. So, should China take over Taiwan? No, of course not. Should Taiwan be a completely independent nation? Yes, of course. Should the United States recognize that it's independent? Yes, obviously. We all know it's independent. I know it's independent. You know it's independent. It should be independent. Now, here's where things get tricky. Because something is good, that doesn't mean the US taxpayer has to pay for it. Should Taiwan be free? Yes, absolutely. They should make themselves free. That's their job. That's not the United States taxpayer's job. In the same sense that Hong Kong should be free, and Tibet should be free, and Mongolia should be free, and for that matter, in the United States, California should be free, and Maryland should be free, and all the 50 states should be free of the federal government. That's our responsibility. So if you want to fight for freedom, if you're in the United States, you want to fight for freedom for your state from the federal government, or for your county from your state government, or from your town from your county government, whatever you want. But Taiwan is just not something that we're responsible for. Now, of course, every person as an individual has the right to support whatever cause they see that they see fit. So, for example, if Taiwan decides that they want to break away from China officially, seek diplomatic recognition officially, then will I donate to that? Yeah, of course I'll donate to that. That's awesome. 100% donate to that. Will I personally go over there? I don't feel that strongly. Well, we'll see. But the point is, each person has the right. If you feel so strong that you want to go over to Taiwan and fight China, absolutely, go ahead, do it. But that doesn't mean you have the right to make anybody else do it. So that's where the limits of your influence in Taiwan are. The extent to which you can morally limit to influence Taiwan is what you can do with your own body and what you can do with your own money. That's it. You don't have the right to take your neighbor's money and give it to Taiwan. You don't have the right to take your neighbor's children and send them to fight in Taiwan. You only have the right to send your money to Taiwan or send your own self to Taiwan to fight and risk your life and all that kind of stuff. Now, ultimately, as we go towards freedom, it's not about which government you want to be part of. It's really about freedom from governments in general. So anything that we can do to weaken the grasp of any government on any group of people is an improvement. And a lot of that we can do right over here. We can act as a beacon for the world to show what freedom looks like. And what does it look like here? It looks like doing every voluntary, non-violent method that you can think of to free yourself from the government. Here's a few examples. Using cryptocurrency instead of Federal Reserve notes. Here's another even better example. Refusing to use government schools at all for your children. Here's another example. Refusing to work for the federal government or for the military. Again, if none of us work for the federal government, there is no federal government. The federal government is made up of people, and each person that refuses to work for the federal government is helping increase our freedom a little bit. If you're willing to take that pledge to yourself, you don't have to make it public. If you can just do that yourself, if you can promise yourself that you will never work for the federal government, you're already helping increase freedom. And that's what it's going to take to make the world freer. Freedom starts right here at home. And the way to make yourself freer and to make your neighbors freer is to refuse to be involved in government in any peaceful, non-violent way that you can think of. Now listen, if you want to be part of an organization that is working to increase freedom, go ahead and check out the Libertarian Party at lp.org.